Dying Light the Beast has a ton of Easter eggs, so today I'm going to show you 27 of them, and thank you to Techland for sponsoring this video. In the industrial zone, if you head to this abandoned grocery store, climb on top of the roof, and then lockpick the door, you can find an Easter egg that hands you one of the coolest weapons in the game. As you walk in, there's a ton of loot, so it's easy to miss this cabinet on the wall, which lets you knock on it. There's not many areas of the game where you can just spam and knock over and over, but as you sit there hitting this with your fists, you might think it's not worth your time. But trust me, after knocking it 77 times in a row, your reward will be revealed.
Yoink.
This is the Strauss & Broda machete, a legendary weapon that already looks cool, but it gets even better when you use it. Yeah, just for combining two of the game's coolest features, parkour and puzzles, you now have an insane musical machete. Now let's head over to the National Park, the place where your first safe zone is at the monastery. It makes this next Easter egg something anyone could find, and it's one that references 3 giant franchises. Just southeast of the monastery, you can find this abandoned brick building, and if you look around, you'll spot some writing on the wall that says 9 3/4. Harry Potter fans, I already know where this is going. So you can just walk straight through the wall, and this leads you to the next puzzle, which is a pixelated wall of blocks. If you play Minecraft, the solution to this one will come easily, just mine your way through. Some obstacles will appear along the way, like zombies trying to attack you, but the most determined players will mine their way to the end, leading them to a golden train. Now this could mean anything, but personally I think this whole place is a crazy reference to Borderlands 2. In that game, there are 3 quest lines you're given in a row. The first one is called a train to catch. Like this Easter egg's platform 9 3/4. Then the next quest is mine all mine, like what we just did with the blocks, and the third is the pretty good train robbery. This explains the final part of your journey, letting you gather loot from the golden train with gold bars and a legendary consumable that's an insane secret weapon.
Yeah, boy.
This is the last hand of Glova. Items like this have been hidden throughout the series, like Dying Light 2's left finger or the first game's right hand, and in the Beast, the last hand will easily become one of your favorite weapons. But an even better weapon is a killing machine, because if you head over to the Silo safe house in Pembroke, you'll find the usual 5 giant towers in a row, but just to the left of that is a combine harvester. Nothing crazy, they're all over the place, right? Well, this one lets you fuel it up, but you'll need a lot. So to power it on, you'll need 33 gas cans, and once you've emptied them, it'll unlock the harvester. Hop in the cab, and you and any co-op teammates will immediately be queued into a minigame, setting you out into the fields to mow down as many zombies as you like, and you can even earn a gold medal if you score high enough. But I can't believe that players have already managed to find one of the greatest and most hidden Easter eggs in the whole game. Because just outside of Old Town, if you look at your map, you might notice a place known as Beaver Creek, and the hints are already starting. Once you make your way down here and explore the woods, you'll notice you could actually find huge sticks on the ground, so pick them up. All you gotta do now is keep looking for 5 more sticks so you can become a beaver yourself, and then build a dam. Take your sticks, place them right here, and the next day you'll notice the water level has changed. So this is where the crazy part begins. Now all you gotta do is find this rock with garbage on it and dive straight down to the bottom of the river. If you now swim towards the rocks, you'll find yourself in a hidden cave full of strange children's drawings, a cozy bedroom, and family photos of beavers. Yeah, you might have accidentally just become a house intruder, buddy, and if you enter the living room and fall asleep on the couch, this happens. Yeah, the Beaver returned to defend his home, and this fight is tough for anyone on a low level, so make sure you're prepared. It took me over 2 minutes to kill him, and of course, there is no good loot for wiping him out. That means you broke into his house, beat him to death, so why would you deserve a reward for that? Well, actually, there is, you sicko. Enjoy your brand new legendary Beaver stick. And if you didn't already feel bad about ruining their lives, there's an epic charm hidden behind this closed door at Hardwood Art Gallery called the Family Toy. You know, if you want to have a personal reminder of what you did every time time you look at the weapon. Now, next time you find yourself in this area of the map, make sure to follow this trail that lets you parkour through the woods. Even if there wasn't an Easter egg here, this still would have been worth doing because the game's parkour is the best the franchise has ever been. At the top of the trail, you'll end up being in the middle of the woods, and here's where you'll find a bike that you can interact with. Suddenly, the game asks you if you want to accept this parkour challenge named Ride the Bike Thing. Yeah, it's a secret bicycle race that takes you all the way down this hill. Can you get the gold medal? I'm starting to realize the national park might be one of the most insane areas in the franchise just from how many Easter eggs are hidden in the forest. Just head east of the monastery and look for this huge rock formation. There's gotta be a way up here, right? But once you figure out the hidden path, you can parkour your way to the top and find a sword in the stone. It's a classic reference to King Arthur's legendary sword Excalibur. Of course, try to take it and you'll be out of luck. That's kind of the whole point. So how do you become worthy of picking it up? Well, now you'll need to embark yourself on a mission to track down 8 different stones which are spread all over the map. They have sigils on them and can be pretty hard to find, but once you have every single one, return to the sword to pull it out.
Oh, brother!
Okay, this is gonna take a while. Congratulations, you have just unlocked the Excalibur 2. But don't worry, there are easier ways to get your hands on the game's coolest secret weapons. In fact, one of the best items in the whole game can be found super easily. All you gotta do is head to the silos in the eastern part of the map. Here, you can immediately unlock a safe zone no matter what your level is. Just climb up the beams, work your way around the side of the towers through pure parkour skills, and get to the top. It's a tricky parkour puzzle, but it's totally worth it. Now you're up here, you've got quite a few infected to wipe out and power to restore. So you're gonna wanna kick down the ladders, connect the power, and then just climb back up. But we're not done yet. Finally, you'll have to break open this crate to reveal the secret entrance to the room, and then turn on the breaker. So what's your reward for all of this? You get blueprints for the Sawblade launcher. This does some of the highest damage in the entire game, with just a level 2 version giving out over 1300 per shot. Basically, it's a guaranteed one-shot kill, and if you don't believe me, it'll slice through anything you shoot at, whether it's heads, legs, or torsos. I mean, this thing packs a punch. You have to appreciate the amount of detail Techland put into this game. Not only is it super polished, it feels incredible to play and looks stunning, but the interiors are full of heartwarming moments from the team who made it. Like in this safe zone, you can find family photos of a dog belonging to one of the developers. An interior that's a little more terrifying is actually hiding in plain sight. The national park contains even more secrets, like this vent hood you could tear off. Jump down here and you'll uncover a hidden Doomsday bunker, which is full of loot, zombies, and a small puzzle. But get into the locked rooms through parkour and you'll get this key card. It leads you to the final room full of military medkits and an entire crate of the rarest throwable in the game, UV bars. And don't worry, because all items in co-op mode are local, so you can take all of these without your friends missing out. Speaking of teammates, Dying Like the Beast is hiding a reference to one of the most popular friend groups in history. During the Hydro Puzzle side quest, this will eventually lead you to a sewer maintenance point in the middle of Old Town. Lockpick the door, then lift open the hatch, and you'll find yourself down in the sewers. It's kind of a maze down here, which means there are secret ways to go off the beaten path. If you take one of these dead ends, you'll find a ton of pizza boxes scattered around the floor with a katana in the middle. You can't tell by now this Easter egg is referencing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And while pizza and sword sound awesome, I gotta pay my respects to my guy Master Splinter over here, cause it looks like he didn't make it. But hey, at least you got a cool katana out of it though. And if you're in the mood for amazing secret weapons like this, head to this safe zone in the national park. You get inside, jump on the roof of this storage container, pull open the hatch, and then just jump down. Once you've turned on the power and connected the cable to the house, the garage door will open. Once you've made your way through the zombies, look out for a door with a hard difficulty lockpick, because inside, you'll be rewarded with a legendary SMG called the Needle. But you're not done there. Simply head to the building next to this house and climb to the roof. It's a difficult climb, but totally worth it, as you'll find a legendary chupaga hanging from the wall. I don't know what that is either, but it's a Polish word for shepherd's axe, and this thing is so fun to use. Unfortunately, you can't use the radio or play music in Dying Light, but you can find someone jamming out in their final moments. Because on a random street of Golden Pine, you can find this unassuming bus parked in the road, but hop on board and you'll find one passenger still in their seat. Sitting wearing some headphones is a skeleton, and right on the lap is a note. You pick it up and you'll read the lyrics for Choose Yourself. His toes are sweaty, lips weak, balls are heavy, there's vomit on his hoodie already, dad spaghetti. Almost anyone will recognize this is a parody of Eminem's Lose Yourself. The next time you find yourself climbing all the way to a beautiful viewpoint, it's hard not to get the feeling that Dying Light might be referencing a classic franchise. Because all the way at the top of the monastery, you can walk to the edge of the rooftop for a breathtaking view. But look down and you might spot a pile of leaves at the bottom. Jumping off and landing on them will actually break your fall, and a pretty awesome tribute to the Assassin's Creed Leap of Faith. You want to know my favorite secret weapon in the whole game? Well, at some point in your exploration, you might come across a treasure map. There's a few of them scattered around the map, but one of them could lead you to this train bridge in the national park. Simply turn on the power, connect it to this room, and then you're going to want to take out the zombies and search their bodies for a keycard you need, which will unlock this green train car. Inside, there's already some great loot, but use your keycard to access the back room and you'll find the legendary elite pistol. Yes, this thing is basically a one-shot kill even from a really far distance.
Nice.
And if we're talking treasure maps, there is another one you can find at the Recreation Island Tower. By following the clues, you'll find yourself at an apartment in Old Town. Get in through the open window and now find a water pipe in the bathroom. Climb up to the attic and now you're in a secret shooting gallery room with a ton of throwing knives. So throw these at the targets or just simply smash them with your weapon and you'll eventually find a key to a locked cabinet. What's inside? A UV bar, some ammo, and even more throwing knives. But these are all legendary and have a ton of different abilities. You've seen what you could get from just 2 of the treasure maps. Imagine what else is hiding in the game for you to find. If you're the type of player who want amazing items to just be handed to you for free, simply go on the Dying Light Outpost website and just create an account. Immediately, you're given the Spectral Baseball Bat, which can be redeemed in your player stash at a safe zone. And that's not all. For the loyal players who played over 4 hours on launch weekend, you'll get a free Burning Wolf Axe. If you missed out, don't worry though, because Dying Light Outpost has plenty of free rewards coming out in the future. I would sign up right now. And here's a good trick for anyone wanting to get better at mastering parkour. Look out for these security camera poles on buildings. If you jump on them, you could actually write it down and get across even the furthest gaps. As for an amazing trick that works in co-op mode while driving around, you might notice zombies jumping on the hood of your car. Well, if you're playing with friends, get them to stand on the roof and they can just defend your vehicle at all times. Oh, and if you're short for cash, look around the map for old wine bottles. These can be found in a ton of places, but you're more likely to spot them in wine cellars around the old town. They're worth a ton of money and can be sold quickly at any trader. Now, if you love parkour like I do, this next secret has one of the most fun journeys of all time. In the old town, there's a huge monument, and it takes quite a while to climb up and figure out each step. It's super fun and challenging, but when you get to the top, there's a bird's nest with an amazing item called the Carnage trophy. It's an epic charm that gives you 2% extra damage on any one-handed melee weapon, and it's made my playthrough so much easier. But those were 27 secrets and Easter eggs in Dying Light the Beast, sponsored by Techland. I hope you enjoyed. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on T5G.